Grab some food from Aaron over here, because in Aaron's little walking bag here we have some nice little tidbits which we're going to tempt Maggie with to show you how these birds of prey fly. And the wild, vultures fly in the same way as eagles and buzzards. They circle around. Her eyesight's incredible. Everything about her is finely tuned, but not for hunting in any way, shape or form. This bird does not want to do any hunting. She only eats carrion, which is food that's died naturally or been killed by something else. A really easy way of finding your food. And so what we're doing here is we're giving her a reward every single time that she flies onto our glove. We give her a nice little reward. And so again, it just reinforces the whole bond that we have with this bird. Last year she did circuits around the whole of Earl's Court. It was fantastic. And she landed right near the rabbits. And it was like, oh my goodness. If you have a sleeping rabbit and there's a vulture nearby, I was like, oh my days. Something drastic is going to happen. Good girl. So you can see that Maggie's quite pink in her face. The reason that she's pink is because she gets so excited to come out. When she's sitting on her perch, her face is just completely and utterly white. She's bored really. She just sits there or just wants to have a look around or even have a sleep. And so what we do is we get her out and we get her a little bit stimulated with a bit of food. And Maggie just goes bright pink in her face because she loves to be with everybody. She spends her life with her head inside of dead animals. She doesn't have a very good sense of smell whatsoever. She doesn't have any feathers on top of her head, again for the same reason that she spends her life with her head inside of dead animals. But you know, the numbers of these vultures out in the wild are deteriorating. It's just there, well done. The numbers of these vultures aren't doing very well whatsoever, and especially of the Indian white-backed vulture. Now the trouble is out in India, when the cattle are injured or they're lame or they're having issues, what they tend to do is give them a drug called diclofenac. It's an anti-inflammatory. Now, when the cattle die because they're a sacred creature, they can't be put to fire, earth or water. So what happens then is the cattle are laid out, the vultures feed on that, they ingest the diclofenac, and the system shuts down. Duck over there. Oh my goodness, there we go. And so what happens is the anti-inflammatory gets into the vulture system and the bird then dies. Hundreds upon hundreds and thousands of vultures have died out in the wild due to this drug. It's a massive, massive job in order to try and save these birds out in the wild. And that's why we have Maggie here as a great representative of a vulture species in order for her to help with the vulture project. Okay, one last flight for Maggie and then we're going to bring her back round. Mind the budgies. Good stuff. Okay, good stuff. Let's give Maggie a great big round of applause. Well done.